everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Liz. We are back with the weekly reading, and this one was really fun. The cards came out very direct today. It was very to the point. Everything came through very clearly, and I love everything that we got. So if you haven't watched one of my weekly readings, welcome. These are my favorite way to connect every week. What we do is we get you 7 tarot cards. We get you a couple Tealeaf oracles, and then we work with our special guest oracle, which, by the way, I didn't put the box out yet. There we go. We've got the Talisman Oracle. This is a really interesting, unique deck that I recently used in a love reading. If you haven't watched that, you can check that out. It's the Who's Thinking About You reading. So I just posted that. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm using that deck again. And that's where we find out our like themes of the week or anything that's kind of standing out this week. So we got a lot of information. We got charms, so much detail. So I hope that you'll stick around and watch and see what might unfold this week. So let's take a look at the choices and then we'll take a deep breath together. So for group 1, we got the Ace of Cups. Now these cards don't necessarily connect with the reading. It's just more so just for you to choose from. So group 1, Ace of Cups. And this, by the way, is a new deck. This is the Magical Hours Tarot, which I'm absolutely in love with. And group 2, we got the Queen of Wands. I did an unboxing or like a flip through of this deck on Patreon and memberships. If you want to join me for that, that's linked below. I love this deck. I'm absolutely in love with it. And then group 3, we've got the 7 of Swords. So again, these cards don't necessarily have anything to do with the reading. It's just more so what you feel drawn to right now. 1, 2, 3. Let's take a deep breath together. Pause the video if you need more time. No rush at all. And please remember, my readings are meant for entertainment purposes. Have fun with my readings. If you're listening to this and you're like, what is she talking about? This one might not be for you, but I do hope that it does resonate. I really love when you come back the following week and let me know what does and doesn't happen. A lot of times the charms too will have personal significance, right? So a tennis racket to one person could mean literal tennis. To someone else, it could mean like a back and forth exchange. All of these charms might have personal significance. So definitely feel free to read along with me. Comment below what you notice. If I don't pick up on something that you think is important, definitely comment below. And yeah, let's jump into it. I will put the timestamps below. Really quickly too, I do have Patreon and memberships. So as I mentioned, I did a flip through of the Magical Hours Tarot. We do something different every week there now. So sometimes we'll do polls or I'll just kind of, do something different. We also do like little extra monthly readings as well. So I think this week I'm going to do an extra card for September, or like your main message for September. So if you want to check that out and support the channel and join my cozy community, you can check that out linked below in the description, either Patreon or memberships, whatever's easier, honestly. Originally I was on Patreon, so there's lots of videos there, but there's also a lot on memberships at this point too, because I've had that for a little while now as well. So it's really whatever is more convenient. One's on YouTube, one's on Patreon. So yeah, that's linked below if you want to check that out. And let's jump into today's reading. I can't wait to hear what you think. We will start with group number. Group 1, if you chose the Ace of Cups, then this is your messages for the week ahead. So let's see what is in store for you this week. What is going on if you chose the Ace of Cups? What we're going to do is get some tarot and oracle. The oracle is just going to kind of talk about like your themes of the week, essentially. Anything that kind of stands out. So we're using the Talisman Oracle. You've got the Knowledge card. This is the Talisman Oracle. So this is our special guest oracle. Let's get some tea leaf cards. You've got Knowledge, group 1. What's going on this week for group 1? What's going on? Oop! Oh, goodness. Okay, we had some cards pop out or one fall out on the ground. So let's get that. You've got the Fox. So shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Okay, so let's... And you've got the Purse. So pay attention to your finances. Okay. So let's see what is going on for you this week, group 1. We'll get your tarot and then we'll kind of put it all together. But your key word or your main card for the week is knowledge. You've also got pay attention to your finances and shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Okay, so let's get your tarot. Group 1. So I'll just get you a card for every single day, then we'll get your charms and we'll dive right in. So group 1, what is going on this week for group 1? Justice. On Tuesday, you've got the Page of Wands. Wednesday, Three of Pentacles. Thursday, King of Pentacles. Friday, the Judgment card. Saturday, the Death card. And then Sunday, Seven of Wands. Okay. Let's get some charms. Group 1. What's happening this week for Group 1? Okay. All right, Group 1. So let's see what's in store for you this week. I might want to read, let's actually read knowledge. We'll read that just to see what it says, to kind of jump us off into the reading. Knowledge. My feeling is that like something is being illuminated or you're gaining new knowledge this week. And this is causing you to be thoughtful and sort of like prudent in any financial decisions, okay? Because you've got, pay attention to your finances. So you're keeping a close eye on your finances or your spending this week. And balance could be especially important to you. And just making like whatever you would consider the most responsible financial decisions this week. You're definitely making some choices. This is going to be a week of change, okay? And you've got some pretty big cards. You've got the Justice card, you've got the Judgment card, and the Death card, okay? So of course, this is a week of change. And you're being like, I'm getting this feeling of like waiting or watching and waiting. I'm thinking that this is not going to be the week to make any major impulsive financial decisions or do anything that you would consider like financially risky, okay? Like this is a good week to be thoughtful and I'm getting, what's the word I'm looking for? But just like calculated decisions and make sure you have all the information too. And that might be why I'm getting like this feeling of like standing back and waiting, because you want to wait till you have all the information about something, okay? So let's read what this says. It says, knowledge is a powerful tool that can open doors to opportunities and freedom. It's an ongoing process to better ourselves and grow. It takes courage and strength to admit when we don't understand something and when we need to seek more information. Our doubt is not a final destination. We can turn it into a willingness to grow and evolve. Okay, I'm really drawn to that with the Death card, or to change our circumstances. So you're making some big changes and you're very like reflective this week is what I'm seeing. You're wanting to make positive changes in your life and you're seeing a lot of growth. Okay, so yeah, we can turn it into our willingness to grow and evolve. So yeah, you're evolving this week, and to change our circumstances. Following this path of learning can bring fulfillment and confidence, and that there's a solution to every problem. Oh, I love that. We can detect enthusiasm and hope for a brighter future because we own the power of mastering ourselves. I love that with the Judgment card. So yeah, you're taking something into your own hands. You're taking a change into your own hands and putting in research to something or getting knowledge. Like there's something you know you can improve on or research or study. You might be interested in doing like certain courses, classes, or something like that this week. Certain book, reading, research, watching YouTube, watching like honestly anything, listening to podcasts, whatever it is, like you're in a personal growth kind of week. Like you're wanting to make positive changes and grow and evolve with something this week. So that's like the overall energy. And there's a financial kind of undertone. And with shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business, again, like the fox to me represents strategy. It represents sometimes keeping your, what's that expression in like poker? Keeping your cards close to your chest in the sense of like, you're not laying out all of your cards on the table right now. Like you're being strategic, you're holding back, you're being thoughtful. I'm getting to not tell everyone about your finances this week. Some of you are paying off debt, okay? You're closing a chapter on debt. While I think you should be proud, I do think it's going to benefit you to maybe not tell everyone, because the fact of the matter is not everyone's necessarily cheering us on, even if it's not maliciously. It's like certain things, like, I don't know how to say this, I feel like I'm not doing a good job, but like certain things, you don't need to tell everyone your money moves this week or anything that you're, like financial accomplishments, things like that. I would just kind of be a little bit quiet about that. And then as far as any financial decisions, you're being encouraged to make like the responsible, thought out, well-researched decision. Okay, so if you're making a big purchase this week, this is the week to start researching. I'm seeing that actually in the charms in a few different places as well. So let's start with the week by week look. Now, this is reminding me of yesterday. I don't know what was going on in my town, but everywhere we went yesterday, there was hornets or wasps. I don't know what they were. I think they were hornets, but oh my goodness, like literally me and my friend ran errands yesterday. We went all over town and they were everywhere. They were like swarming everyone. There was one in the vehicle. I almost had a panic attack. There was just like, they were everywhere. One got into the entranceway of my apartment. We had to kind of try to get it out. Like they were everywhere and everyone was talking about them. So that's what this made me think of. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, that made me think of that. Okay, so you've got justice and you've got the sword here. Okay, so Monday could be a day of decision making. It could be a day of like weighing your options with something, or balance again could be important. So with regards to the purse card, just balancing your finances or trying to maintain balance in some way. Okay, it comes through with the justice card. There could be an answer or clarity or a decision made in regards to something because you do have the swords. This is essentially like Ace of Swords energy. A lot about clarity because you've got the sword, you've got the magnifying glass, you've got another magnifying glass, and you've got the glasses. So you're seeing everything very clearly this week, okay? And you're also like looking closer at things, okay? With the magnifying glass, you're looking closer at certain things. What I'm getting is like making an informed decision Monday. There's something about an informed decision or something you're making a decision on. You're very clear, you're standing by something. You're standing firm in a certain decision. There is a feeling of like, I'm getting karmic justice with something on Monday. Okay, so again, a lot of these things will come up. You might know what it is, like as the week progresses. That's usually actually what happens is I'll say something and I may not necessarily know what it's talking about, but then in the comments I'll see, oh, this is exactly what happened Tuesday or Wednesday this happened, or I know what this charm meant on that day. So that's kind of the fun thing. I am seeing conflict resolution. This is reminding me of the Chariot. Okay, and the Chariot can talk about resolving conflict, and you do have the Justice card. So there could be something resolved or justice being served in a certain situation on Monday. There could be like if you're waiting on some sort of like legal decision, Monday could be the day that you're hearing about it. So especially if you were like waiting all weekend for an answer about something or to see whether something was resolved, not even necessarily legal. I'm just kind of using that as an example. But if you're wondering if something is getting resolved, like Monday, you could get an answer about whatever that is. And there's something about like something bothering you that could be resolved as well. I'm just thinking of like an annoyance or something that's been like hard to kind of like ignore because I was thinking of the hornets yesterday. That popped into my head for a reason, I think. But Tuesday is interesting. You've got the magnifying glass, you've got two, okay? You've got Tuesday and Saturday, you've got the magnifying glass. So on Tuesday, you've got the Page of Wands, okay? So this could indicate a day where you are particularly interested in some sort of passion or interest or hobby or something, some sort of fascination. So I'm getting to look more into that, okay? Whatever it is, look more into it. It could be telling you to look further into something as well with knowledge, okay? So the magnifying glass, that the Page of Wands, there could be something you want to learn or like a hobby, something you might, and this doesn't have to be anything serious, okay? It could just be something like, hey, I've been wanting to learn to do the reformer in Pilates, or I don't know. It's just something I tried recently. I've been really wanting to learn how to redo furniture, like something like that. So you could be like investigating some sort of passion or interest or something you want to learn a little bit closer with knowledge. The Page of Wands and the magnifying glass Tuesday. So a good day to learn, a good day to investigate that passion or that hobby a little bit further, okay? It could also be saying too, something's worth looking more into, okay? Some sort of interest or hobby that you're interested in. And then on Wednesday, you've got the barking dog and you've got the Three of Pentacles. So it's saying Wednesday is going to be a good day to collaborate, okay? You're getting someone trying to communicate with you or send you some sort of message. yeah, this is like communication, okay? The barking dog, someone has something to say. Someone's sharing something with you, or there's a sense of collaboration or teamwork happening on Wednesday. This could also be a day too where you're trying to like solve problems and figure things out. There could be a communication problem also getting figured out, or you just might find people are communicating better, okay? There's less misunderstandings, or people are just working well together on Wednesday. So again, you might know exactly what this is pertaining to as we get closer to that day. But again, a good day to like team up, get feedback, give feedback if necessary. There's someone that might be able to help you with something. With this card, to me, I always think of like everyone has something to bring to the table here. Everyone has something different to offer, different strengths, skills, and knowledge. So I think that you're able to share your knowledge about something Wednesday, but you're also getting some help with something. So I always get with this card, like people want to hear what you have to say and learn, what your opinion is, or what you have to offer, your specific skill set with something, but you also have something you can learn from someone else as well. You've got King of Pentacles and the key to success. Okay, so you've got thumbs up too. Wow. So this could be a really abundant day in some way. Okay, you've got the key to success. To me, this is kind of connecting with the idea of like financial responsibility. King of Pentacles is very financially responsible, right? And they're also very resourceful. So it's an abundant energy and a very generous energy, but they are financially responsible. They make the grounded, practical, prudent choice in any financial matter. So this could be kind of encouraging you to get into your King of Pentacles energy on Thursday. You could be getting the go-ahead for something, or the way forward for something. Like the thumbs up to me can come through as like an approval, the go-ahead, the thumbs up with something in a financial matter or something like that. And you've got the key to success. So I'm getting like whatever you're doing, you could also be like learning from a King of Pentacles with knowledge, the key to success. Like there could be someone who you view as like financially knowledgeable that could help you with something. And this could be the key to your success. Like there could be a financial advisor, or just someone who's very knowledgeable. It could even be like a family member helping you with something financial, whether it be a purchase or an investment or just learning about finances. Like that's the kind of thing I need. I'm not knowledgeable about a lot of that kind of stuff. It's only been like in my late 30s that I've started to learn more. So it's never too late. So on to Friday. I'm also getting like an efficiency, because just even the way this reading's coming through, it's just like boom, boom, boom. And sometimes it takes me a little while to kind of unravel things, or it feels a little bit like a riddle. With your reading, it's very like, okay, this, and then we move here, and then we move to this day. So it's kind of coming through a little bit more. I guess I'm wanting to say step by steps. There could be something about taking something step by step, or like following instructions with knowledge, possibly. On to Friday, you've got the Judgment card. So you've got Alert kind of like, it was, I think, right in the middle. But the Judgment card is a card of decision. It's a card of a turning point to me. It's the healthy self-analysis card is always what I automatically think of. Okay, this is a card of like being very honest with yourself, and it can come at times when we're really like kind of thinking back and like having these realizations. So yeah, it's healthy self-analysis. It's making changes for the better. So this could be like, again, with the vibes I'm getting Friday, Saturday, you are making positive changes. Something could also be brought to your attention around Friday, Saturday that you decide you want to make a change with, okay, with Alert, or something, yeah, something's like brought to your attention, or something's a lot more clear. There could be like this is coming through, there could be like a fancy dinner or something on Saturday, or like something to do with dinner is important, because you got the cutlery and the plate there. So something about a dinner gathering or something like that. There's something coming through too, like you might have knowledge this week that like you choose not to share with everyone. Okay, there's a bit of like mystery or secrecy or something, and it's not because you're trying to be deceptive. It's just more so, again, with the fox, strategic, right? That's what the fox represents. Like oftentimes you'll see the fox on like the 7 of Swords. So we automatically think, okay, deceptive, lying. But sometimes it's beneficial, like with shrewdness, okay? Sometimes it's beneficial to like again, like I was getting someone not laying all of their cards on the table, like being strategic or holding information back for the time being for a reason. Okay, so I'm getting like you're kind of, something's being hidden, because even in the death card, like they're wearing a mask, you can't see like who's there. So maybe it's about a change that you're making kind of like privately or secretly or something like that. Yeah. I'm seeing if anything else is coming up. Got the candle here. A lot about passion this week too. Like your passions or your hobbies or interests. You could be like answering some sort of calling or passion on Friday too, or like feeling called towards something. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm seeing if anything else is coming up. I love the 2 magnifying glasses, because usually that like connects. Like following this passion or interest this week could lead to a big change, because I'm just connecting these 2 days. And then finally on Sunday, you've got the 7 of Wands and you've got the glasses there. So the glasses again can represent clarity, seeing the big picture of something. And you've got 7 of Wands. So 7 of Wands comes up usually when we're fighting for something or we're standing up for something that we believe in. We're not willing to back down on this. This is important to us. Like we're ready to fight for something that's important to us. This card can also pop up sometimes when we just feel like, I find it'll come up like when we feel like everyone's like questioning everything that we're doing. It's like, well, why are you doing it that way? Well, why wouldn't you do it this way? Like something like that, like we're having to defend our choices or defend, okay, no, this is why, or because this is what's right for me. So I'm getting group 1, there could be something you have to kind of like fight for, a decision in your life that you're very clear about. You feel like you're having to defend or you're having to explain yourself. First of all, you don't have to explain yourself, but like you just feel like, okay, no one really understands this, but this is important to me. I'm doing this because this is right for me. Because I'm seeing group 1, you're making really positive decisions in your life. And I'm getting like there could be people that like aren't ready to change, and they're seeing you making these positive changes, and then they're questioning, well, why are you doing that? That's no fun, or something like that. So you're having to like stand up for this. And I think you're very clear too. You're very clear about what it is that you want and what it is that you're wanting to fight for. So group 1, honestly, I think this week's going to be great. Definitely follow your interests, be curious, like look into things more, get that book, take that course, check out that TED Talk or that podcast, like learn, be open to knowledge, be open to learning this week financially. Good week to pay attention to your finances. I wouldn't do anything too financially. Of course, do what you want. These are general readings, but I just mean like be thoughtful. Shrewdness is going to be important. Strategy is going to be important. Resourcefulness too. I'm seeing you as very resourceful this week. You're using the resources that you have available to you and the people that can help you, that are available to you. You're also reaching out to them as well. Possible decision making we see throughout the week, and then just clarity. So much clarity we saw like several times. But yeah, let me know what you think, group 1. I'd love to hear it, and we'll see you. Group 2, if you chose the Queen of Wands, then this is your messages for the week ahead. Let's see what's in store for you this week. We're going to look at like themes of the week, anything that kind of stands out. Sorry, I'm coughing. This week we're using the Talisman Oracle, and I can't find, oh, there it is. No, there it is. The book. So let's see what is in store for you this week. We'll get your tarot cards first. The tarot cards usually talk about themes of the week or anything that kind of like stands out. And then we'll get you some Tealeaf cards, some tarot and charms, and we'll see what is in store for you this week. So group 2, Queen of Wands group, what is going on this week? What's happening this week? Change. Okay, so it's going to be a week of change. And I'm getting to like something about adapting to change, okay, with the chameleon, like you're having to adapt to some sort of change. So let's get your tea leaf cards. Group. Oh no. Okay, I have to get that. Okay, you've got the wheel. So indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. And there's like a little piece of glitter. It's a little heart there. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. Okay, group 2. What is going on this week for group 2? Themes of the week. Anything we need to know about the next 7 days? What's coming up for group 2? Okay, you've got triumph over troubles and obstacles came out with misunderstanding. Okay. All right. We're going to get your tarot. But already I'm seeing, I love that those two came out together because some sort of misunderstanding that's happened, okay, is getting figured out, okay? Triumph over troubles and obstacles, or you're able to kind of see, okay, this is where we went wrong, or this is where I misunderstood you, or this is where you misunderstood me. So this is really good because it's telling me something is getting resolved, okay? So if there's been a misunderstanding or a miscommunication recently, or you're having a hard time understanding somebody in your life, this could be a good indication that you're overcoming these obstacles. And then you've also got the wheel, so indecisiveness. You could have been feeling indecisive about something. So with the theme of change this week, we'll see what it says, but this could be a good indication that circumstances changing or something's changing. You could have just, I feel like with the chameleon, I feel like you've been kind of just adapting to whatever, you're just kind of going with the flow, essentially. Like you're just kind of taking things as they come. And you might feel like you're always trying to adapt to everything else around you rather than like, I don't know how to say this. Like, it's like, maybe you've been feeling like, okay, I don't have one direction necessarily that I'm like really focused on. I'm kind of just taking things as they come. I'm just going with the flow, which is fine. Like it's good to do that sometimes. Sometimes that's what we have to do, but I feel like you're committing to something. You're committing to one direction this week, or you're feeling more decisive. Like you're taking the wheel with something this week. Okay, group 2. So let's get your tarot. I get you a tarot card for every single day, and we look at kind of all of the cards together and with the charms that come out as well. So let's see what we get. So Monday, we've got 5 of Pentacles. Tuesday, Page of Pentacles. Wednesday, 2 of Wands. Thursday, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, interesting with the 2 wheels. 7 of Cups. Friday. Yeah, I'm seeing you feeling indecisive, group 2. There could be a feeling of like overthinking something as well. And I think I know what the answer is here. One second. Let's get your last 2 days. So Saturday, 9 of Pentacles, and then Sunday, 6 of Cups. Okay, beautiful. 3 of Wands on the bottom. Great tarot cards overall. Every week we get, usually 1 or 2 challenging cards. That's just part of the weekly readings. Every week has its ups and downs, right? But overall, your cards look overwhelmingly pretty exciting. Let's get your charms. Okay. Oh, look at that. 2 magnifying glasses on the same day. I'm interested to get there. Aw, I love Sunday. I feel like you're reconnecting with someone. You've got the Cup and 6 of Cups. Okay, I like to kind of look really quickly just to see if I'm noticing anything jumping out. So for example, I like to look like, okay, do we have mostly Pentacles, mostly Cups? Got some Cups, you've got Pentacles, you've got Wands, no Swords. So that's interesting. As far as Major Arcana, you've got Wheel of Fortune right in the middle of the week. And I like that Wheel of Fortune actually with the wheel, because to me there's a connection. There's something about money. Maybe you've been feeling indecisive about work or something that you're passionate about or something like that. I'm getting, oh, this just popped in. I feel like you have a lot of areas of interest, group 2. I feel like you've got, so it's not like this indecisiveness isn't because like necessarily there's nothing that you're interested in or there's nothing that you want to like pursue. It could be that there's a lot of things. You've got a lot of areas of interest or a lot of things that could potentially become an area of interest. So they're just like, okay, should I focus here? No, I don't know. I don't know yet. Should I commit to that? Like there could be fear of making the wrong decision as well, which happens. And I totally, totally understand that. So let's go day by day here and see what's going on. So you've got the 5 of Pentacles Monday. You've got the moon and what's this called? An abacus, I think? I always forget the name of it. Help me out in the comments if I don't have that right. But okay, let me see here what I'm getting from this. Because the moon, or sorry, the 5 of Pentacles comes up, periods of lack. It can come as like a sense of relief, okay? Because it can indicate that there's like something available to help you through a period of struggle. There's something providing a sense of like relief or assistance, okay? So it can actually come as a feeling of relief in my experience. You've got the 5 of Pentacles and the moon though. I'm getting like just a feeling of confusion Monday and trying to like come up with the answer because this is like used to count, right? Calculate. It's an old counting tool. And the moon can indicate like feeling lost or confused. Like I'm getting like a lost feeling and with indecisiveness, like, and even misunderstanding. Like there could have been a misunderstanding that kind of caused this indecision as well. And I like this image too, because like, yes, you can tell they've been lost. Like it's snowing, it's nighttime, like, but they've just arrived somewhere that it's like, okay, this is help, this is assistance. So this could also be saying like to use the resources available to you, okay? And sometimes we would be the first person to like encourage someone, okay, use this resource that's available to you or like get this help that's available, but we might feel like we can't do the same ourselves. So definitely if there's some sort of like help available to you, you'll know what this is, okay? If it's not for you, leave it for someone else. But if there's help available to you and you need this assistance, reach out for it. Whatever kind of help this might be, it's encouraging you to like to seek this out because at its core, this is a card of need. And sometimes we're too proud to ask for it. And that's just sometimes, and that's the thing. That's why I said like you'd be the first person to like encourage your friend or help a friend. So sometimes we need to like put our pride aside and know when to ask for help or assistance or whatever kind of support we need, right? Let me see. I'm getting like a little confusion this day. But yeah, there's like answers or solution with this little counting device. Again, I always forget the name of it. Okay, so then on to Tuesday, you've got the brain and the lock and the Page of Pentacles. Ooh, that's interesting. I think some of you are like interested in, because again, there's more of that feeling of like indecisiveness and feeling like, okay, there's multiple ways I could go with this. For you, I think this is actually coming from potential. It's coming from like having a lot of dreams, a lot of areas of interest, a lot of potential available to you. It's just like being indecisive of what to focus on. So then it makes you kind of freeze a little bit. I just got the word frozen with all the snow. So it makes you kind of freeze. So there's something like piquing your interest on Tuesday. You've got the brain. So heavy emphasis this week. Group 1 had a lot of it on like knowledge or learning. So with the page, this could indicate that there's like more information available to you or you're looking something up, or with the page, you're starting some sort of new practical adventure. You're starting something new. You're really excited about, you're just learning though. Okay. So this could be, and it could have a financial connection to it. It could be something about business. I'm seeing that a little bit with Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is a very entrepreneurial, independent energy. So that could be why you were drawn to the Queen of Wands as well. And actually this Queen of Wands is the reason why I thought there's actually lots of different things that you are interested in with all these sunflowers. Like there's lots of different things that like light you up. So Tuesday, I think with the brain and the Page of Pentacles, there's something you're learning or looking more into, or just something you find really interesting. This could also be like an idea that you've kind of had locked up with the brain and the lock, like something you've had locked up, a business idea or something like that, or a way to make money or something like that. And this is kind of coming at the right time. I feel like with the 5 of Pentacles right before it, it's like almost like a eureka kind of moment. It's like, okay, yes, this is how I can solve this problem. This is something that I can do to help with this situation. Finances continue throughout the board, group 2, and group 1 had a lot of it too, so it must just be a collective theme this week because you've got the purse on Wednesday, you've got the mountain, which can represent a challenge to overcome, and you've got the 2 of Wands. So 2 of Wands, I love this energy for you because, again, it's like, first of all, they've got the world in their hands. So the world is your oyster. You've got the world at your fingertips. So you're really kind of discovering the possibilities on Wednesday, or really starting to like look more into what's really possible for you. And this could be a day of internet research. This specific depiction of the 2 of Wands always makes me think of the World Wide Web. So I think of internet research, and I'm noticing actually the W. So I'm getting www. So it could be like a website or something that you're doing research on, but in any case, this is a card of planning, looking ahead, discovering options, ready to kind of get something put into motion. You're just kind of at the beginning stages of like, okay, this is where we can take this. Sometimes this card too can indicate hesitation. If you notice, they're still safely kind of tucked behind the castle walls, whereas like with the 3 of Wands, they're ready. Like they're ready and waiting and like ready to dive in. This card can indicate sometimes a decision to be made with the 2, right? So there's something you're deciding between. So I'm getting this week to not overthink, because this is like leading you to be indecisive. Like follow your passion, and sometimes like overthinking or like feeling like we need to make the perfect choice can keep us from making any decision at all. Here's the thing, you can course correct, right? You've got the map here, you've got the knowledge, like you can course correct. If you need to change direction at some point, you absolutely can. But I think you've been kind of stuck, you know, well, I could do this, but I don't know, maybe I should focus more on this. I don't know, I want to be sure, or I need, like, I don't know, there's so many things that can cause us to hesitate and kind of prevent us from pursuing our passions. And I feel like this week you're not doing that anymore. There could be some sort of like financial challenge that you're also trying to overcome, because you've got the purse and the mountain. It could be some of you starting to think about paying off debt or something like that, or maybe there's like, you want to like start looking more into that, paying off debt or savings or something like that. This could also have to do with like perspective, or even like highs and lows of something, like peaks and valleys. You could also be making financial plans. I'm getting financial planning because 2 of Wands has such a heavy emphasis on planning, and the purse, there could be financial plans, or even something about travel. You're starting to kind of budget, or, oh, I just heard an engine outside revving. But yeah, you're like planning or doing some sort of financial planning for travel possibly. And then you've got some sort of change coming in with the Wheel of Fortune and money, okay? So this little dice has all sorts of words on it. This was sent to me by a very special patron, sent me some really cool charms, but this, you got the money side, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune. So I don't know, it's reminding me of like a jackpot. I'm seeing like a slot machine or something like that. This is a card of luck. It's a card of change, fluctuation, and you've got the lucky horseshoe. So something lucky is happening Thursday. Highlight Thursday in your notebook. I'm manifesting this for you. Something lucky is happening Thursday. It could be big, it could be small, but something's happening. On Thursday, you also have go for a walk. Maybe someone wants to go for a walk with you or something like that. Really quickly, I actually want to pause. I meant to read change to you before we got started. So let's actually read that now, and then we'll continue. Midweek little pause here. We'll read that, and then we'll get back into it. I'm really loving the idea of this misunderstanding that's happened getting sorted out for you. Okay, so it says, new experiences will bring excitement to your life. Oh, I love that. You will be taking a risk or an unknown step forward, but listen to your intuition and follow the process of change. The chameleon feels no need to rush. The best opportunity lies ahead, waiting for you. Don't fear making mistakes. Yes, bingo, because they present opportunities to grow and learn something new. Acknowledge that it's a time of progress, and don't waste your energy fighting this move. Oh yeah, that's what this is. That's what causes the indecisiveness. The seed of life behind the chameleon represents the unity of all aspects of life. Sorry, I had a hard time reading this word. I'll start again. This change will bring cumulative fulfillment. Be ready to embrace the unknown and enjoy the adventure ahead of you. Yeah. And here's the thing. I just got the urge to tell you, group 2, misunderstandings happen. That's part of life. So if you've had a misunderstanding or you feel just misunderstood recently, just know that that's part of life, part of just being a human, and we can avoid them altogether by never taking a risk and never leaving our house, but that's no good. Like, things happen, right? We make mistakes, and that's just part of the human experience. Sorry, I'm just wanting to prop prop these up for you. Okay. However, I do think that if there has been a misunderstanding, you've got the iron on Friday, this can indicate ironing something out or even smoothing over details. So I'm getting that this misunderstanding could be kind of ironed out on Friday. You've got the alert charm on the for sale sold. So this might be for just a few of you, but there's something about something getting sold, completed, finalized, sale of a house, maybe something you're selling or something like that. So you've got alert and for sale sold, something on Friday. And then you've got that 7 of Cups, kind of echoing our whole theme today. Indecisiveness, fantasy. And this kind of reminds me too, like, we can imagine something as much as we want, and it's still necessarily not going to be accurate to reality, right? This card can indicate illusion and fantasy, and it can cause us to overthink. To me, sometimes this is like letting our imagination get away with us sometimes, which can be good sometimes. Like this card, I've even felt it as a relief, especially when you're trying to come up with creative ideas. It can talk about an abundance of ideas and possibility. That's at its core what it is, possibility. But we can use this for good, or we can use it to kind of hold us back so we can overthink and hesitate. And this card has a feeling of hesitation with it. So just know that. What's really calling my attention is the 2 magnifying glasses on Saturday. This is interesting. Because there's like 2 things maybe you're looking more heavily into. 9 of Pentacles is a card of abundance. It's a card of like enjoying the fruits of your labor. It's a very prosperous and abundant card. It's a very independent card, and I'm seeing a lot of independence from you anyways. Just the fact that you were drawn to the Queen of Wands today, and the Queen of Wands is very independent. You can see the cat there, right? The cat represents independence. So yeah, you're in a very like independent kind of place this week, and that doesn't mean you're not working with others or that you're doing everything alone. It's just you're taking care of yourself this week, like in a lot of different ways. But the 2 magnifying glasses are interesting. It's like maybe even 2 perspectives, or even like 2 ways of looking at things. Let me know what you get from that, because that's an interesting thing to happen, to get both of them there. So let me know what you think. This could be like misunderstanding, to do with misunderstanding of like, okay, this is how I saw it. This is how I saw it. So maybe clarity with this misunderstanding possibly. And then closing off the week, Sunday, I love this because you've got the 6 of Cups and the Cup. So I think Sunday could be a very emotionally fulfilling day. There's a feeling of sentimental, like nostalgic feelings on Sunday. It could be getting together with an old friend or something like that. It could be if some of you are moving, for example, right? And that's the thing with the charms, have fun with them. They can have personal significance, but let's just say you're moving, you're looking through old memories, like looking through old pictures, right? It can sometimes be a bit of a blast from the past card. It can represent an old friend or like someone we haven't seen in a long time, also coming in with some sort of offer or gift or something like that. So just with the Cup, I'm just getting a lot of really nice, fuzzy, warm, sentimental feelings on that day. It could just be like watching old movies that you used to watch, looking through pictures, like I said, or maybe someone gives you something kind of sentimental that like unlocks a memory or something like that. But beautiful way to close off the week for sure. But let me know what you think, group 2, if this made sense. A lot of times things kind of make more sense as the week unfolds. So let me know, and we will see you next group 2. No, not group 2, group 3. I just finished group 2. We are going to dive in and see what is happening for you, group 3, if you chose the 7 of Swords. This is a beautiful 7 of Swords card. And you know what? The card that you chose doesn't necessarily have to connect with the reading. We'll see if it does end up connecting in some way, but let's get your oracle cards first. So your oracle cards are going to talk about themes of the week or anything that is sort of going to stand out, and then we'll get you your tarot and your charms, and we'll see what's in store for you this week. So group 3, what is going on for group 3 this week? Eternal Charisma. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I'll definitely have to read that one. I'm not as familiar with it. Group 3, let's see what is going on for group 3 this week. Got Position of Authority with the Throne, and Tankard, Celebration, Fun, and Enjoyment. Interesting. I'm laughing because like I'm imagining, like, you know, when you go to like your staff Christmas party and you see these people that are like your boss, essentially a little bit out of context, and like you're in a like party or fun situation as opposed to like work, you know, day-to-day professional atmosphere. That just came through. So I don't know if like there's something happening this week with someone who's like in a position of authority, like seeing them in kind of a new way. I don't know if there's a connection necessarily, or maybe this is you in a position of authority being able to kind of just relax and like let loose a little bit. Let's see. Eternal charisma. Okay. It says, group 3, you are captivating and have a charming personality that attracts others. You are charismatic and you radiate with a luminous glow. You have so much to offer. Believe in yourself and what you stand for, and don't be afraid to share your vision. Be a social butterfly and make connections with others as you pursue your dreams. Channel your strength, but don't be scared to show your vulnerability. Eternal charisma forms within. It is not defined by money or age. Charismatic souls are genuinely interested in the people around them and make everyone feel special. Wow. Okay. So be a social butterfly. I like that. Be a social butterfly and make connections with others this week. There could be like a social element this week or something that you're doing. Oh my goodness, sorry. I'm not doing a good job propping these up today. I have a little stand that I could have gotten out. Okay. And we'll put your throne there. So position of authority. This could be you being like in a position of authority in your own life. You know, you're setting the rules. You're yeah, it's actually reminding me of like emperor energy. Okay. Group 3. Let's see what your tarot has to say. Group 3. So Monday, Wheel of Fortune. Tuesday, the Magician. Wednesday, the Chariot. Thursday, 7 of Wands. Friday, 9 of Cups. Saturday, Queen of Pentacles. Closing off the week, King of Pentacles. Whoa. 4 of Wands on the bottom. Okay, let's get some charms, group 3. Okay, interesting. This is actually looking kind of cool this week. I'm seeing a lot of different things. So first of all, someone is speaking well of you. So this could be like if you're in a leadership role at work or something like that, or if you're in a position of authority, like people are speaking well of you. You know, it could be just that people really appreciate your communication, for example, or just like how you do your job or something like that. Like I'm seeing people think very highly of you. And that also is with eternal charisma. Like you're charismatic. Like there's something about you. I think you're also like you're someone who like naturally fits into a leadership position. Like you're just someone who seems to light people up, like you inspire them. Like you're just likely someone who's naturally very motivational and just someone who seems to like, there's something about you with eternal charisma. Like you've just got something special about you and people notice it, okay? So someone's speaking very highly of you. So 10, 13, 23, 27, 32, and 44 could be important numbers. You've got the Wheel of Fortune that day, okay? So I noticed you've got lots of major arcana cards starting off your week. Look, you've got boom, boom, boom. So you've got 3 major arcana cards, Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, and the Chariot. What I'm getting from this is you're taking your fate into your own hands is what I'm getting. Like you're kind of making the best out of situations. And I think that you're going with the flow with change. And like when change happens, you adapt to it and you create from that. Okay. So you're taking I'm getting very clearly, you're taking your fate into your own hands with something. Okay. You're in a very, I don't know, something about you, group 3, like you're in a very magical energy right now, both just like what you're manifesting, but just your essence, your aura. Like you've just got this wonderful magnetic vibe about you where people are just drawn to you. They want to be around you. They're like noticing what you're doing. They're impressed. Like there's something about that coming through. And on top of all that, you've got a week where you're likely like there's something to celebrate. Okay, there's something fun happening or you're enjoying yourself. Something fun is going on this week. So I'm excited to continue along as we work through the week, but starting off the week already with the Wheel of Fortune. This could be like fortune kind of turning in your favor as well. This could indicate some sort of assistance coming through as well. And you've got the little hot air balloon. Now, what's interesting is I have one deck where the hot air balloon means fun, and you've got the word fun there. So Monday could be especially fun or exciting. This can also have to do with like perspective or getting a higher view of something. So interesting. And some of these charms might have personal significance to you, by the way, so keep that in mind. On to Tuesday, you've got the Magician. So yeah, you're in a very powerful energy, a resourceful energy, a confident, like your confidence is soaring this week, or at least it should be. I'm telling you it should be, because like, I'm getting like you're on top of your game this week. Like you're really in a powerful sort of energy right now. And on Tuesday, I'm seeing you've got everything that you need available to you. And I'm also getting you've got options. You've got the 3 keys. This indicates options or choices. So you've got options ahead of you on Tuesday with something. You've got the anchor and the star. So I'm getting staying anchored to a particular wish or a dream is coming through. The anchor can also be sometimes when we're deciding to, what is it called, dock the ship or set sail. And in this case, I'm getting you're setting sail. Okay, I'm getting movement. So you're about to set sail on an adventure because you have the pirate right next to it. So there's definitely a feeling of like setting sail on some sort of adventure. This charm is probably my most important charm to me in my entire set as I drop it. This I've had since I was a little girl. This has been with me on many little adventures. It came from a Kinder Surprise back when Kinder Surprise toys were super extra cool. I mean, they still are, but this is metal. And it's a little pirate. And this used to I used to put this in I used to make these like little fairy houses, and it would always sit on a shelf. And it's just, I've had this since I was a little girl. I'm actually astonished that I still have it and I haven't lost it, but it represents adventure to me and excitement and storybook and imagination and all of that. So I'm loving that with the little anchor there. You've got the Chariot as well on Wednesday. So again, like these 3 major arcana cards together, it's just like, to me, taking fate into your own hands. You're making decisions. I'm getting you're solving problems, resolving conflict on Wednesday. There's something with an Aquarius, because you've got Aquarius as like a main character that day. But this is really a card of success, personal drive. It can be a card of like self-improvement. So maybe there's certain things that you're trying to do to like enhance your life or improve on certain things in your life. I'm getting there could be someone sharing feelings with you on Wednesday. Okay, you've got the lock and like the heart, the key. And this one is like one-on-one time with someone, or someone, it's like a close relationship. So there's someone that might have to share something with you, like emotional, okay, or a secret or something like that. Could explain the 7 of Wands. Again, this isn't necessarily part of your reading. It's the card that you chose. But I kind of feel like it is going to come up. Something about a secret or I don't know. Again, it doesn't have to be deceptive, like malicious. Like we can see this card when there's a surprise party. Maybe that's what it is, right? So it doesn't have to be a bad thing. There's an Aquarius on Wednesday being brought up. I love this. You've got the astronaut reaching for the star, and I love that with the anchor and the star. So it's like something about reaching for your dreams this week, your wishes, which is interesting because you've got 9 of Cups on Friday. That's the wish fulfillment card. Thursday, I think I'm getting more of this throne vibe because you've got 7 of Wands. So there's something like you're standing firm in on Thursday. Okay, you've got the like dinosaur with the armor. So you're defending something. You're standing firm with something, or you're fighting for something. You're ready to defend yourself on Thursday. Okay, and this doesn't mean people are attacking you or something's happening, but you're standing firm. You're fighting for something, and you are just more... I just got something's reinforced for you. Like you just feel more firmly about something than ever. Okay, so yeah, you're fighting for something on Thursday. You might feel like your authority on a certain subject is challenged, or your sovereignty is challenged. You're like someone maybe is trying to like boss you around or push you around in a certain way. Like you're standing firm. You're fighting for what you believe in. You're not being pushed around, and you're defending something that you either feel passionate about, a subject, a belief, an issue that you feel very strongly about, but you're standing firm in something, okay, on Thursday. And that's really the only day I see you being like necessarily challenged. So, you know, again, there's ups and downs every week, right? I definitely don't try to sugarcoat these readings. Like every week has things that happen that are kind of crappy and things that happen that are nice. And some weeks just feel like weeks. I say that every week, but you know, some weeks it's not necessarily like remarkable in the sense that like life-changing things happen, right? It's over time that things change. So these are just like highlights of the week. On to Friday, though, speaking of highlights of the week, you've got 9 of Cups. So this is, again, the wish fulfillment card. It's a card of abundance and fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. In a professional sense, it can represent like landing that job that you really want, or something good happening professionally, great clients. It can represent like a wish coming true, very fulfilling emotional relationships. In dating, it can represent a lot of dating prospects, feeling really good about that. Like, I don't know, this is a feeling of abundance though, so I'm not sure exactly what it is about. But yeah, it seems good. You've got the Rooster, okay? This can be like a wake-up call. This is also a leadership card as well, position of authority. The Rooster starts the day. So it could be something about taking a leadership role on Friday. Confidence, for sure. You've got the Bee as well, so this can indicate hard work. I think that Friday, there's something about maybe you're getting a lot accomplished, or you're just really busy bee Friday with something. I wonder what day you're like partying, or this party is happening. Okay, you've got the Squirrel on Saturday with the Queen of Pentacles, the Sewing Machine, and you've got a Gemini being highlighted. You've got the Circus tent kind of right between. Oh, maybe that's the celebration, fun, and enjoyment. The circus can represent like something that's a little bit hectic or overwhelming, busy, but it can also represent something exciting and fun and temporary, like something that's kind of like popping up temporarily that's really fun. So think of what that might be on the weekend. And it could be something you're doing with somebody as well. You've got the King and Queen of Pentacles right there, side by side. So that to me is like with the cup, maybe a match of some kind, romantic match, professional match. You know, you've got the pair there. So that's an interesting thing to note. The Squirrel can indicate preparation and savings, okay? Could be just this weekend you're making some like, you know, you're taking control or making some like wise financial decisions. The Sewing Machine's making me think of like with the Queen of Pentacles, resourcefulness, using what you have to create something else, or even being like this weekend you might be trying to like, because this can talk about mending. Queen of Pentacles would be the one to like mend something as opposed to like going out to buy something new, because A, they care about the environment and they wouldn't be wasteful, and B, they're resourceful, they use what they have, and C, they try to make financially prudent decisions. So there could be something about mending what you have, or like using what you have, or recreating something that you have on the weekend, and being resourceful. Again, the circus is just making me think of this as something fun that you're doing. Could be with a Gemini. And on Sunday, you've got the Cup and the King of Pentacles. So the Cup is making me think of this card. So yeah, like something fun, or just like is emotional fulfillment. It's like essentially Ace of Cups, okay? Could be like a partnership forming this weekend with someone who you feel you have similar goals in life, similar like this is just a complementary match, right? So this could be an indication of even a relationship forming with somebody. The two of you have the things that are important to you line up, they match, they align. So very interesting. And yeah, you've got the Four of Wands on the bottom. So definitely celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Let me know what you think, group 3. If this makes sense, I'd love to hear. A lot of times things make a little bit more sense as the week progresses, but I'd love to hear it, and we will see you next week.